Howdy, Ken Cook here with another Growth Prep Talk. Today I have the distinct pleasure of sitting down with my good friend, Linda Moholt of the Tualatin Chamber. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Well, I guess where I want to start is a little bit about who you are and how you got into this role as CEO of a chamber.
Absolutely. Back in 2008, my husband and I noticed that the market was certainly changing and that something was looming that was pretty significant. And I had been on a 4-year journey of helping to start a local food bank and just working for nonprofits as a volunteer. So he said, honey, it's time to go back to work. And I had met so many great business people in the Tualatin area and had connected with them as we did fundraising for the food bank and really feeding families, taking care of those that were underserved, that I sent my resume out and the chamber approached me. And they looked at my 21 and a half years in retail and said, I think we have something we can talk about. So my background with marketing, financial planning, long-range, short-range plans, it fit right into the needs of running a chamber. Mm-hmm. They talked to me, hired me, and I'm 9.5 years into the job.
Excellent. So almost a decade.
Almost a decade.
That's going to be a big party.
A big party, yeah.
So what keeps you going? Because as long as I've known you, you have driven this, and I think the reputation that the Tualatin Chamber has in this area is that it is the best chamber around. How do you keep motivated, and what's really driving you?
You're too kind. I think what motivates me is the incredible businesses I meet every day. It's phenomenal what people are willing to do, how they're willing to put their financial livelihood on the line, their reputation on the line, and then the creativity that goes into that to make those businesses succeed. Yeah. And so that is our goal, is to help businesses succeed.
I think a lot of younger people, a lot of kids that I meet, especially at the college and around, they don't understand the Chamber of Commerce. And to be honest, when I first saw a chamber, I didn't understand it either. What's the future of chambers of commerce? I mean, do you see your demographics getting older and older? Do you see young people coming in? Is this still a valuable thing for the community in the internet age?
I think it's a really good conversation, and I think across the country, many chambers are struggling. As a membership organization, you have to provide value or nobody's going to join you. Yeah. You have to be constantly willing to change, and if you are willing to change and adapt, then yes, you have an absolute future. And we take a look at it in terms of really listening to our members and looking at the programs that they're wanting. And we actually have a lot of young people that are coming in and they're asking good questions. They're challenging us, saying, hey, why would I want to join you? And we're like, come see, come find out, tell us what you need to see if we have a program that fits your need. Don't join us until you're comfortable that we can satisfy some of those needs.
What are some of the biggest needs that you see the Chamber of Commerce meeting?
The younger professionals that are coming in, they truly are looking for an opportunity to connect. And so we do provide those opportunities. We have the greatest networking events, and we do not both the typical Friday mornings, but we do special events focused on niche. And I think that's one of the special things about the Tualatin Chamber is we look at women in networking, we look at young professionals, we look at those that are in the health and wellness category, and we also have business education. So those niche groups have allowed us to specialize and then maybe understand better what a young company might need and get them connected to the right category.
So what is really the unique value that the chamber is bringing not only into those small businesses, but also into the community as a whole?
We have a motto. It's called Business and Community Working Together. And from the day I came in the heart of the recession to today, that's still really important. And if we can help our local businesses get in front of community residents and in front of other businesses within the community, then they're going to be successful. They can tell their story and they can share their expertise, and they're going to get business from that. We also are a part of the Western Association of Chamber Executives, WACE, and they have what they call the 3 C's. We are a catalyst for business growth, we're a convener to help solve problems, and then we're a champion for the community. So everything that we do has a lens for that objective to make sure that we're covering those 3 C's.
And that means you guys advocate a lot with local government, state government?
We absolutely do, and regional. We have a voice, and our business community has a voice. And if we're doing our job, their voice is going to be represented, whether it's at city council, because you might be expanding your business and you need help with planning and development. It could be at the regional level, helping you decide what's a good candidate. We'll hold candidate forums. We actually do endorse candidates and issues. Or it could be at the state level, in which we're advocating against a very serious tax measure like Measure 97. And we came out absolutely sharing how destructive this could be, not only to large businesses, but to all businesses. And I like to use the example of a very small coffee shop in town. And at first, she thought she would not be affected by Measure 97, which was a 2.5% tax on large corporations. She said, that doesn't affect me. Well, it ended up, she bought all of her paper products from Cisco. She bought her coffee from Long Bottom Coffee. She brought her supplies like milk, eggs, cheese from Costco and Cash and Carry. So every one of her suppliers actually was a large corporation. And in the end, she decided that she would have to raise her prices by at least 10% if this measure passed.
Wow.
So it was very easy to advocate on behalf of small business, medium business, and large business and that issue.
Excellent. So I guess as we kind of finish up like the chamber side of things, what are some common myths about the chamber? Because I think there's a lot of them.
There's
right?
a lot of them, but I think the number one myth that I see is somebody will join a chamber and think instantly that their business will grow. And we can't do that. We can create opportunities, and we can help you discuss and point you in the direction. We're a resource. We can tell you about other members that might be able to help your business. We can share federal government programs that might be free, like SCORE, the SBDC, all sorts of informational type things, but we physically cannot help your business grow. We can point you in the right direction, and we can be that resource and a sounding board.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one thing that I always feel badly about, is when somebody thinks, well, my business didn't grow and it's your fault.
Right. Like, I mean,
It-
my business didn't grow and it's my fault, right? I mean,
Well-
I've got to take ownership and responsibility for what happens in these four walls, right?
Yeah.